Welcome back, guys. Seems like Samuel manages to trap himself quite a lot.
A rusty valve. It might be feeding the fuel somewhere. Some fencing. Maybe a door.
We have to pick it, maybe?
A mechanism of some sort with 3 levers. With a bit of luck, it might still work. If only I knew the correct setup. I've got to keep trying.
Actually, I think we need to turn the valve first.
It's stuck.
We need fuel for that. So...
Nothing.
I don't remember
The levers must be in the wrong position.
But... I think it was maybe...
The mechanism is short on power consumption.
You can see that, Samuel. God damn it. Didn't I try this
Excellent.
before?
Everything's going to be easier with light.
I swear to God I tried this
Things
before.
I lost when I fell down the shaft. Most of the items are all right. The camera is smashed.
Oh good, we won't develop any more photos. I'm so bummed the camera is broken. Let's try the box.
Old wire cutters might come in handy.
Anything else? Get the rope, I guess. I'm not touching this or the door. All we have to do is actually turn off the power and then maybe try to. Yeah, it's probably wiser. Don't want to electrocute myself.
It won't be obstructing my way any longer.
Let's get some light again. No. This should be locked.
Locked.
So... Fires again?
The key is on the other side of the door.
So now maybe, yeah.
I'll try to get my hand through to reach the key.
Why don't you just leave the key on the other side? Make a lot of
Got
sense.
it.
But oh well. I'm not complaining.
Another shaft. How many of these are there in here? Maybe I'll never make it to the surface again.
Probably.
They'll probably be empty. But whatever the content is, it's sure to have been destroyed by water.
Yeah, it seems like that. case. Doesn't hurt to have a rod of some sort, just in case.
I wonder how he died.
Probably in pain. Take his garments, I guess.
This corridor is entirely clogged.
Oh, the bats seem to find a way.
The barrels around here probably contain oil or diesel fuel. This one's empty.
A lot of corpses.
The door is tightly shut.
Use this rod? No. A knife maybe? Yeah.
A system of fuses and cables. Nothing I could use. A system of nothing I could use.
Guess we don't need it yet. Let's proceed.
Lift shaft. The lift is my only chance to get to the surface. Hopefully, I'll be able to call it somehow.
Yeah, don't get your hopes up. But by the way, how do they even have
broken.
power at this point? What's even fueling this?
It's very rusty, but still in one piece.
A lot of skeletons. Something very bad happened here.
Dirty water with oil in it.
Don't drink from it.
This enormous mechanism was used to move something big. Maybe it controlled the main lift.
Maybe.
I could try starting the machine, but I don't know how. I could climb it, but it leads to nowhere.
Sure does. Guess we don't need anything here. I do see some sort of a lid.
There might be something under that lid.
Sure might.
I have to push it off somehow in order to get to the lid. No way. It's too heavy. It's too heavy. I'm unable to make it move by myself.
You're so weak, Samuel. Maybe we can empty it somehow. There we go.
I'll try piercing through the plate with the sharp end of the rod.
Hopefully.
This should do the trick.
I mean, now you're just pretending. Oh. Oh, you managed to do it.
The lid won't move.
Ugh, how heavy can it be?
It's very rusty, but still in one piece.
Could work.
I tied one end of the rope to the lid. All I need to do now is push away the trolley.
Push, Samuel.
It can't be moved.
Wheels, something.
I have to get rid of the brake stop.
Yep. Try again. Don't get hit by the lid. No. We go further down. Guess we can try
I
calling.
think it could work.
I don't think so.
Nothing.
Yeah. Climb further down.
It's too dark over there. I'll keep close to the light coming from above.
It's probably wise. Check the barrel.
It's like the ones upstairs, full of oil. I don't need oil now.
You can sell it later.
The wall ends here.
Let's go further down.
It's entirely dark in here. The power circuit is probably interrupted.
Well, it's not entirely dark, so...
There's a lock on it. There's a lock.
Yeah. So we can't open it yet.
A fuse box. I'd better leave it alone. It looks like a power distribution circuitry box. It can't be opened.
Ugh. Seriously?
It has loosened. I must reconnect the circuit.
Oh, over here it looks like it's bright enough. Now then.
Nothing.
Let's try this combo. Nothing with blue in the middle works. Let's try green in the middle. So red has to be in the middle. Hopefully, yep.
At last! I'd say this used to be the lift room.
Yeah, there's another skeleton. Inspect that one. Let's try the generator
Maybe
first.
its purpose is to power the lift.
Maybe.
Maybe its
Can you find a button, maybe?
a fuse box. I'd better leave it alone.
Yeah. Let's check you out.
Who could it have been? Who could it have been?
Yeah. Ooh.
I found a small key. There's a lock on it.
Well, let's try it out.
A revolver. I'll take it. Hopefully, it will still work. There are some old bullets here. Let's hope they aren't useless.
Hope so.
Technical drawings and plans for a machine of some kind. There's nothing in it.
Let's try this one out. We couldn't open it before.
There is nothing useful there anymore.
Oh, a book.
Maybe it will help me get outside.
Let's read it.
May 29th. Everything has gone smoothly today. Another day without any malfunction.
Another day without any malfunction. Except for the dreadful heat here. A horrible 55 degrees. If it were not for the drinks from the surface, we would all drop dead from thirst. May 30th. One of the 3 vent shafts seems to be clogged. The men say something must be stuck in it. That would explain the horrible heat. I have to go to the vent shafts and check out the whole area this afternoon. May 31st. Something has entirely clogged vent 2. It's going to take a while before we can remove it. It's almost halfway through and quite large. Tomorrow we shall discover what has been causing the heat in here. June 1st. We finally dragged out the thing that was clogging the second vent today. It was a body. One of the new workers must have fallen down the vent. Nobody knows his identity yet. The body must have been there for quite a while. And the heat here. June 15th. The last fortnight has been peaceful. No major malfunctions. June 18th. Old Morton has gone mad. They found him at the end of the new corridor, just sitting there, gazing into space. No one managed to get a sensible word out of him. He just kept mumbling about some ghost. Perhaps he has breathed in too much gas. I had him taken to the doctor. June 19th. We had another ghost episode this afternoon. Such nonsense. There must be a gas leak around here somewhere. We'll carry out a reading tomorrow morning. June 22nd. We examined the entire corridor and found nothing. No gas. However, 3 more men had to be taken out today. Nobody knows what is wrong with them. They keep saying the same rubbish as old Morton. If it goes on like this, the mine will have to close down, and Fuller won't be too keen on that. June 23rd. It took me an hour to persuade those cowards into the hoist today. Nobody wants to work in the new corridor. They're afraid of the ghost. I had to agree to shut it down. Otherwise, I'd have to go into the mine alone. Day 1. Something terrible has happened. I heard strange, damn strange sounds coming from above the lift shaft. And then it happened. A nerve-shattering scream, and the sound of a tremendous crash. I don't know how many minutes or hours have passed since then, but when I regained consciousness, I was on the other side of the room, and my mouth was full of dirt. I believe a couple of my ribs are broken, and my left arm is so swollen I can barely move it. I don't know if I'll be able to crawl out of the lift room in this condition. Day 2. It's no use. All my attempts to break out of here have been unsuccessful. Something must have fallen on the ladder access lid. Damn it. The only other way out is by lift, but it is not working. I hope someone will open the lid for me from above. Otherwise, I fear what will happen. Day 3. I estimate I've been in this bloody hole for 3 days already. I'm very hungry, but my thirst is worse. Thank God for all the moisture. I'm drinking water from the pools under the pipes. My arm hurts badly. I cannot raise it anymore. My whole body aches from screaming, but nobody can hear me. The only possibility is that damned lid, or the lift. But I can't do anything about it from here. How ironic. Day 4. I am getting weaker. I know I won't make it much longer. My arm is in flames, and I'm running out of candles. The light is barely flickering. If nobody finds me soon, I am going to die from blood poisoning, or slowly from hunger and thirst. Without light, it will be much worse than even now. I know that these are my last words, but I don't know what to write. Maybe just... If somebody finds this and takes it out to the surface, please, bury me like a proper man. Farewell.
Oh, poor guy. That must be him, I imagine. Very bad way to go. What exactly happened? You mentioned ghosts, but the only thing I can imagine it was never explained, this incident. I would imagine it's they awakened something, probably to do with the old catacombs, and it killed them, I guess. Although that barrel he was talking about, it was very carefully placed, actually. Let's load the gun first.
There were just 2 bullets in the box.
I'm gonna shoot you. You will work now.
I'll try to get it to start with the help of those plans.
I'll pretend I heard anything you said, Sentinel. Wow, that's loud.
Steam is running out through one of the pipes. I should block that hole with something.
With a rag?
I would burn myself.
Yeah, we have to wet it first. Maybe that puddle goes to the machine. Eventually. How is that thing even working? Let's try now.
I blocked the hole in the pipe.
Let's do something.
The machine couldn't take a full power input, damn it. One of the fuses has blown. One of the fuses...
I guess we take one from upstairs. Well, you don't electrocute yourself.
I'll try using the fuse from this box in the lift room generator.
Looks fairly modern. Fuse. Actually, when did this thing happen? Because this mine looks pretty modern with the lift and all. Did they not look for them, the miners? Because there's a lot of dead people.
It should work with this fuse.
Let's try.
It's running full power now. I should try to call the main lift. Maybe it will work, and I'll get out of here finally.
Hopefully it works. I mean, it's about to work.
Perfect. The lift is operational.
I mean, you could try to climb, I guess. How is that thing even working at this point? And yeah, it is a modern lift. It's a big... What the hell? Very modern. And yeah, the entrance to the mine is not even blocked. They didn't even look for them. What the hell?
At last, this is the highest floor. I should be out of here with only a little effort now.
Yeah.
It probably used to hold dynamite. There are some leftover wicks. Nothing else except the old wicks. Just a big heap of damp earth, nothing more. It smells of metal rust. The grate is closed with a padlock chain.
So they just padlocked them in?
The right side of the lock is quite rusty. Maybe I'll be able to break it somehow. Maybe I'll be able to...
Yeah. I remember this part, so I'm gonna save because there's a very big chance that I die here. You're gonna find out soon why. Let's try the
I
padlock.
must aim carefully and hit the most fragile part of the lock.
We should be fine.
Perfect shot. The padlock is down.
Yes, it is. And now...
The way is free. I did it. This isn't looking good.
No, it's not. Sorry, Wolf. Really sorry about that. Nice moon, though.
Full moon.
Anything else? Nope. Let's go home.
I scrambled through the vast area of the woods and set off for the castle. I was lucky today. I thought I would never make it out of the depths of the mines.
Me too.
Oh, Samuel. Come, join us.
Looks excited. Not.
You look terrible, Samuel. Did something happen?
Yes.
No, it's just that I've had a difficult day. I'm all right.
That's an
You
understatement.
came in rather late. I did want to have a word with you, but I have to leave for the sanatorium in a short while.
Now? At night?
Yes, there is a problem that cannot wait.
Can't you put it off to tomorrow morning?
Unfortunately, I cannot.
What's this about, then?
I do not know exactly myself. I will determine the situation when I arrive there.
Vague as usual.
It must not be anything serious. You need not worry, Victoria.
Please return as soon as possible. I do not like your going there at night in this terrible weather.
It's late already. I must go now. See you tomorrow, Samuel.
Goodbye.
Be careful, Robert.
Do not fear.
Bye-bye.
I'll be leaving for Wales tomorrow, Victoria. I should return in 2 days.
To Wales? May I ask why?
Oh, just for a visit.
Haven't seen dear Eleanor for a very long time. I will write a letter to her first thing in the morning. Will you take it to her along with my greetings?
Of course.
Thank you.
I'll go to my room now, Victoria. I need to take a rest.
Of course, Samuel.
According to William's diary, the next key has to be in the Wales Manor.
Mm-hmm.
I must not delay. I'll set off tomorrow.
And we're done with the chapter. Chapter 3. As far as I remember, chapter 3 was relatively short compared to the others. Hidden Legacy. Oh. Just
I awoke
sleepwalking.
drenched in sweat today. My past memories are haunting me even in my dreams. I should not have returned.
Probably
I
not.
cleared my thoughts and decided to carry on with what I had begun. I set off for our family's manor in Wales so that I could finish what William couldn't. I hope Eleanor will not refuse my visit. I don't even know whether she'll still remember me. According to William's diary, the next key must be somewhere at the manor. I have to obtain it. However, I have no clue as to where to start looking.
Well, we'll find out.
The grate is locked.
By the way, very metal sculptures on the entrance. Expect them, I think we can, but let's ring the doorbell.
I'll wait for a while.
Insert elevator music here.
Maybe the ringing was too short for anyone to hear me.
Let's try again.
It seems that the wires inside barely connect.
Yeah. Can't open it.
Hello? Is anyone there?
Nope.
No one heard me.
I guess we're going back. Nope.
The left leg of the statue is broken off. There's a nail stuck in the column.
Taken then. Oh, maybe we can insert it.
It wasn't at all hard to pull out.
Yeah. Maybe we can insert it in the... Get the wires to make connection somehow.
I'll try to stick the nail under the doorbell so that it connects the wires.
Don't electrocute yourself.
That seems to have helped. Someone's coming.
What do you want, sir? Madam Eleanor is not expecting anyone today.
I am Samuel Gordon from Black Mirror. I am here to visit Eleanor. Take me to her, please.
I'm sorry, sir, that's quite impossible.
What do you mean?
Pardon me, you said you were a Gordon?
Yes, Samuel Gordon, the son of Randall Gordon.
I'd like to trust you, but I can't. There have been some problems recently, and I've got to be very careful about who I let in. Maybe if you could prove your identity somehow, sir.
I must say I expected a warmer reception.
I'm sorry, sir, I must insist.
Maybe we can bribe you, maybe.
Sir, I have served Madam for over 12 years, and I am completely loyal to her.
All right, no problem.
Samuel is the second person we're trying to bribe.
I can't wait the whole day. I've got a lot of work.
Seriously? Go fuck yourself. Ah, cook back, fucker.
I hope he's going to let me in this time.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't traveled the entire day, only to be left standing in front of the gate.
Oh, is that you again, sir? Can you prove you're a Gordon?
I have a knife.
I can't actually threaten anyone with this funny thing.
Let's try the...
I hope you will find this to be sufficient proof of my identity. It's William Gordon's mourning card. He is one of the reasons why I have come.
Of course, sir. I apologize for the disbelief. Some hoodlums tried to rob us a short while back, hence the extra caution, you see.
I understand. May we go in now?
Follow me. I'll see you inside. Pardon me, madam.
Yes, Louis. I see we have a visitor.
This is Samuel Gordon. He's come from Castle Black Mirror.
Oh, yes. I know who he is, Louis. That's all right. Is your memory failing you? I hope you welcomed our guest warmly, Louis.
I didn't know who he was, madam, and therefore I didn't want to let him in.
Welcome to Wales, Samuel. Hopefully Louis didn't annoy you too much.
No, madam. He explained the reasons for his cautious behavior.
We need to be extra careful these days. We were almost robbed last week. But that is probably of little interest to you. So why are you delighting me with your visit?
Can we speak in private?
I understand. Louis, can you return to your duties now?
Certainly, madam.
Thank you. I am so glad you have come, Samuel. I have not seen anyone from the family in years, and time passes so slowly here. Tell me, how long are you planning to stay with us?
Several days, I expect, but I don't know yet.
Only a few days? That's a pity. Victoria wrote about what had happened to William. I liked him very much. He was a great man. I regret not attending the funeral, but I am weak, and a long journey might affect my health further. I explained everything to Victoria in a letter. I hope she is not angry with me. Do you know whether she received my letter? I have not received a reply, and I do not know what to think about it.
But I have her reply here. I promised to deliver it.
Really? You are very kind. I am not keen on waiting in uncertainty. I will read it this evening. But surely you have not come just to deliver a letter.
No, we have a lot to ask you.
Tell me, madam, when did you last see William?
That was a very long time ago. Yes, I do remember. He came to visit me 2 years ago, along with Robert. It was nice to see them again after such a long time.
How long did they stay?
Less than a month, I think. Why are you asking about it anyway?
I'm picking up certain pieces of a puzzle.
I see.
Do you remember any significant occurrence from that visit? Did William behave normally?
I do not remember him behaving in a Or maybe, as I recall, he was enormously interested in our family tune. That surprised me. He seemed quite obsessed with it. In fact, he kept asking me about it all the time and finally convinced me to take him inside. I did not want anyone to disturb my ancestors' rest, but I eventually gave in. I don't know what he'd been after, though he did not want to answer any of my questions, even though I asked him directly. That day, he really did behave strangely.
William was inside the tomb. However, he found nothing, just as he recorded in his diary.
Yeah, I was trying to find a grave.
I found William's personal diary, Eleanor. I read all the important records several times. He mentions the tomb you spoke about. Are you sure he did not tell you anything about it? Can you remember anything more from his visit?
Much time has passed since then, Samuel, but my memory still serves me well. He did not give me any idea why he'd been interested in that place so much. Nothing at all.
I understand. You most probably are aware of the curse that has harassed our family for so long. What do you think about it?
The curse of the Gordons? You would not believe such a tale, would you, being a young man of the modern age, Samuel?
The chronicles state that Durgam Gordon found his final rest somewhere at this manor. Perhaps this refers to your family tomb.
I do not think so. The tomb is old, but not older than 200 years. As far as I know, the tales about Durgam reach much farther into the past. The only thing I know of him is the memorial with his name. Even if the chronicles did not lie, his grave would have certainly fallen apart a long time ago.
William knew that Durgam's key must be somewhere at the manor. I've got to get into that tomb somehow.
Yes, we will.
Madam, do you know this man?
He reminds me of someone, but I may be mistaken. Am I supposed to know him?
Oh, I believe so. It's William's protege.
James! I didn't recognize him in this older picture. I only knew him as a little boy. Oh, where could he be now?
He is in Robert's care, in the sanatorium in Ashbury.
Is he still... poor lad? James was quite normal when he was young, but as he matured, that strange illness of his got worse. And he started to regress rapidly. That is why in the end William put him in Robert's hands. Poor boy. I'm glad you told me. At least I can pray for him.
Yeah.
I remember the last time I was here as well. However, I'm a little surprised that you remembered me.
Of course I remember you. I have not lived here all my life. You know, I also spent some years at the Black Mirror Castle. My memory is the only thing that still serves me well. You were very young then. I can certainly understand that you would not remember the boring visits of relatives from afar.
Let's ask about your husband.
I would also like a word with Richard. Can you tell me where I can find him?
Richard? My husband? I do not know. We barely see one another. I will tell you why before you ask. It's that damned chemistry lab of his and all those nonsensical experiments. You see, when he was young, he was an avowed scientist but never made his breakthrough. Years ago, he stopped his experiments for a long time, and I thought it was for good. But lately, the old fool has returned to those silly experiments and would rather spend his time with a microscope and formulae rather than with me.
So you don't know where I can find him?
I am angry with him right now. I'm not interested in the least what he is doing or where he is. I forbade him to carry out any experiments in the mansion, because I am afraid something might happen. If you want to talk to him, go to the old house in the garden. Most of the time, he closets himself in there with his chemicals. Surely you will be able to find him.
May I know which room you plan to make available for me this evening?
Louis will get the east room ready for you. It is cozy and warm. You are my guest.
Thank you. Do you know that after having traveled a whole day, I almost did not make it past your main gate?
Yes, I do. Louis did not want to let you in. You must forgive him. He's only doing what he has been told.
Oh, it wasn't just Louis. The doorbell doesn't work.
Oh, well, this whole place is falling apart. Many things do not work anymore. The mansion is slowly deteriorating. Richard does not care about these things, and I cannot manage it all alone. I'm glad I at least have Louis to help me. Without him, the garden would have become desolate a long time ago. Would you please tell Louis to fix that silly doorbell?
Certainly. Eleanor, have you ever seen anything like this?
No. What is it supposed to be?
Oh, I hoped you would tell me.
I'm sorry.
According to William's diary, an object similar to this one should be somewhere here at the manor.
I really have not seen anything like it before.
Will you allow me to examine the grounds of the mansion?
Gladly. Consider yourself at home. Just tell Louis that you are my guest.
Let's show her the symbols too.
Look at these pictures. Do the images make any sense to you?
No, I'm afraid they don't. So what do the symbols mean?
I'm not sure myself, but I hope to find out. I think I'll go now. Eleanor and Victoria have been friends for many years. Her father was a piano virtuoso.
So they're not blood
The coat of
relatives.
arms of the Wales branch. Our family line is much older.
Yeah.
It's carved from dark mahogany. The lid hosts a chessboard with only 9 fields. A common mirror, nothing special.
Let's examine.
Matthias Gordon, Eleanor's father. He was a famous piano virtuoso in his time.
Wait. Wait. So they're not. How is he a Gordon and they're not blood related? Because her husband is definitely a Gordon. Okay. Famous royal incest doing its thing.
I am not familiar with these coats of
Yeah.
arms. They are not ours. Perhaps they belong to relatives of Eleanor's.
There's no way of there's no way of putting it because her husband is definitely a Gordon.
I won't rest before the evening.
Yeah. Well, maybe he isn't, I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm most certain that he is.
The
Well.
wood is crackling within the flames. The whole room is comfortably warm.
Nothing new within royal family standards, so.
The staircase leads to the rooms in the upper floor. I'll go to my room in the evening.
So we're not doing anything there. Let's explore the garden. It's a beautiful place. Creepy room. Parts of the castle look destroyed.
I can't see inside. The glass is very dirty. Perhaps no one lives in this part of the house.
Sure looks like it.
The water is quite clean, no algae or mud. It reminds me of our ill-fated pond.
Yes, it does. Hopefully, no one drowns there.
I don't know what species it is, but it smells lovely. There are many of them around. They probably thrive on the damp air.
Very nice trees.
I've never seen leaves of such vibrancy before. It's probably a very special species. May we talk?
What do you want?
Do you know that the bell on the main gate is not working?
Yes, I'll know, but I only have one pair of hands. When I've finished with other things, I will attend to it.
Well, you really should go fix it right away. It is Eleanor's wish.
Okay, I will get this done and then I'll fix it.
I think I'll go now.
Yeah.
Sir, that path leads to the oak garden. Visitors are not permitted back there.
Madam has given me permission as her guest to go wherever I please.
Oh, in that case it's all right, sir.
I don't like you.
The hose is fixed to the faucet with a strong wire. I'll get it off.
Not even 5 minutes and you're already destroying the place, Samuel. Good job.
Just turning the faucet should be enough to make the water run now. I don't need to wash anything yet. There's no way to see inside from here. An old water ditch. It could be quite deep. Now it's overgrown with bushes and tall grass.
Let's try the fountain.
I'd say it has survived from the times of the old manor, just like the old grape that's bearing it.
Yeah,
When was the last time water was running it?
a whole long time ago.
According to what Eleanor said, Richard should be somewhere inside this old house. It seems to be deserted.
Yes, it does. Before we get there, I want to explore more of the backyard.
The staircase doesn't look very stable.
We're not going to use
The
it.
lower steps are broken. I can't go up. There's no going inside this way.
Yep.
Someone dropped it here. Nothing that I would be interested in. This must be it. Durgam Gordon's tomb. I've got to get inside somehow.
Yeah, this must be parts of the old castle, I would imagine.
The swamp in the rear part of the garden could be quite deep. I cannot go there. Strange. The soil here is of different color than anywhere else in the garden. It must have been here for hundreds of years. It may be as old as the ruins of the church behind it. An old carving in the stone tablet reads, Durgam Gordon, 1523. The rest of the carving is illegible. Durgam's memorial.
Yeah. This is pretty much locked. I'll try it a bit.
The grate is locked. The lock,
Yeah.
the same species as the other shrubs in the garden. This one doesn't blossom, though. Strange. Perhaps the dampness from the nearby swamp is affecting it. Who knows? A dead shrub. Nothing interesting.
Doesn't look entirely dead, but you say so.
Part of the stone fence that the wall could no longer bear. It's sinking into the earth, saturated by the swamp.
So the whole place is falling apart, basically.
D and J.B. Fraser. These names don't ring a bell. Locked. It seems that the key is in the lock on the other side.
I think we push it somehow, but we have to put something in the bottom to catch it. And I think we push it with this. Yep. And now we go in.
The house seems abandoned.
Yes, it does.
Where did it run? Where is it? It's not in the cabinet. I can't see anything there. The cabinet is too dark. I can't see anything in it. Just dirty paper. No, they're actually newspaper clippings. I'll have a look. A young, talented chemist acquires further appreciation. For the second time this year, a promising chemist, Richard Gordon, is attracting well-deserved attention. It has now been a week since he mentioned his work would deliver many improvements to the methodology of mammal blood research. Let's wish him good luck in his work. His research will bring fresh ideas to the domain of biochemistry. Daily Times, 19. The text that follows is illegible. I didn't know we had a famous chemist in the family.
Yeah. And he is a Gordon.
Completely rotten.
So definitely incest. We can cut it. Nope.
I have no use for it.
Guess we don't need that rope. Kettle.
It's completely dirty. Some old paper.
That. Oh. Key the cat dropped. Wood.
They are no use to me.
Yeah.
It's tightly shut.
There's a
cigarette
lighter.
It appears to be missing a wick.
Oh, there's a wick. I don't know if that works though. I mean, yeah.
It's missing a wick. Other than that, it might work.
Maybe cut it out?
Let's try something.
Yeah.
It should be usable now.
Yes, it is. Let's check the cabinet.
There is a latch. The back of the cabinet can be pushed off. Where could it lead?
Let's go inside.
Damn! Who the blazes are you?
I am Samuel Gordon.
You scared me half to death. What do you want?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know somebody would be here.
How did you get in?
Your voice acting is probably the best in the game.
Behind an old cabinet, I discovered a passage to a small staircase leading downward. I descended into the darkness and felt a doorknob on the landing. And when I opened the door,
Why did you sneak in so quietly, like a thief?
I was about to say something, but you instantly spotted me.
I'm glad you aren't lying, at least. The sample in that flask was the last I had of that substance.
I'm sorry to have caused you trouble. It was not intentional.
Your apology will not help me now. I urgently need that substance for an experiment I'm planning to carry out this evening.
How can I help you then?
Would you want to?
I'll try.
Great! The flask contained an EX52 oxidant. It's neither uncommon nor expensive, but it was my last bit, and I'm not getting any until a new package arrives next week.
Next week?
Well, this place is just too far away from about everything. You cannot even get a stain cleaner in the surrounding villages.
So where am I supposed to get a hold of this oxidant?
I'd tell you if I knew. You could try Leechtail, but you would have to be back by dusk. You should be able to be here on time if you hurry. There's a drugstore in the square. That's where you want to go.
Okay, I'll see what I can do.
It's a boron oxidant, EX52. Write it down. Make sure of the color, a vigorously saturated blue. You can't possibly confuse it with anything else.
I understand.
And now, please excuse me. I have a lot of work to do.
Boron oxidant. Oh, great.
Looks like we have another errand to run.
A technical drawing of the machine in the middle of the room, I'd say. I'll take one.
Yeah. I don't think we'll give him what he wants, and instead we're gonna make him a fake potion. A fake boron
I've never seen
oxidant.
anything quite like it before. The whole thing is probably Richard's invention. It probably has got to do with electricity, judging by the cables on the floor.
Yes, it does.
The chains reach the ceiling of the tower. At least a little sunlight is getting in through that hole in the ceiling.
Very elaborate. Let's check the books anyway.
Various scientific volumes, physics, astrophysics. Nothing I'd be interested in.
I don't
It's
think
sure
we
to be
can.
full of various chemicals.
Well, let's pick this up. And I think we'll get on with the fake boron oxidant next time, guys. Thank you for tuning in, and see you next time.